What's going on, guys? In today's YouTube video, we are going to be going over a couple of our favorite methods for absolutely free wholesale real estate leads. I'm going to show you step by step exactly how you can get them, how we have been able to generate over $300,000 worth of wholesale real estate contracts in the past 45 days, step by step breakdowns of how we generate the leads, how we reach out to the owners, and everything that you guys can do in your internal business to get started wholesaling real estate for absolutely free. So let's dive on in and get started. Okay, so one of the first places that we like to find leads is redfin.com. I know what you're thinking, Eric, don't you have to wholesale real estate with off-market deals? You absolutely 100% can do that, but you can also get leads on the MLS. Now, the benefit of this is there's no cold calling. You don't have to go pay for PropStream or any of these data providers. While we do have PropStream and I recommend it and it's amazing, if you're starting out with a lesser budget, you do not have to pay for it. There's no skip tracing costs. There's none of these other costs associated with it. This way is legitimately 100% free. Now, there's different hurdles you have to jump through, like knowing how to talk to agents, knowing how to understand state-issued contracts, etc., versus just the off-market contracts and whatnot. But overcoming these hurdles is pretty simple, especially when you compare it to making tens of thousands of cold calls to be able to close a deal. So when we're using Redfin, what we like to do is we will put these filters in. So we have single family home, we have 60 plus days on the market, and we try and find homes that need work. That is for cash deals. If we're also doing seller financing, you do not necessarily have to go after homes that need work, but still homes that are on market. So we're gonna dive into Redfin, and I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like right here. So I'm gonna go to redfin.com. We're going to look at Orlando, Florida. This is one of the markets that we wholesale real estate in pretty religiously. I'm going to come over here and hit the remove boundary, remove outline. So we're going to just click on all filters. We set a price cap. You typically want to set a price cap at or slightly above the average sale price of a home in that market. You also need to understand where your buyers are buying and what kind of deals they're looking for. So if you do not have buyers that buy $7 million homes, don't include $7 million homes on this search. So I'm going to go at $500,000 as our price cap, and then we're going to scroll down. I'm going to click houses. If you have buyers that purchase townhomes, condos, and whatnot, you guys can add those in as well. But for this example, we're going houses. I'm going to get rid of coming soon. Time on Redfin, I'm doing more than 60 days. You certainly can do more than 90, more than 180, but if we're trying to get more offers out, we're going more than 60. I'm not really going to put that many things right here. If your buyers, if you don't have a huge buyer pool and you know they don't want one bed, one bath, you can put the square footage or the year built or the bedroom bath count to verify that with them, but I'm going to exclude 55 plus communities. Right here under keywords, if you guys do notice that you're coming across 10,000 or 5,000 properties and you want to kind of filter that down, you guys can put keywords like TLC, motivated, fixer-upper, investor special, and whatnot to try and find properties that would indicate that it needs some work. But for this example, we're going to leave that blank, and we are going to get rid of new construction. We don't want new construction because typically those do sit on market for a while because they're put on market before the house is built. So those would always appear in here. So if we include it, you can see right here on the bottom right, there's 937, and we get rid of it, there's 747. There's 48. So that immediately gets rid of 200 listings that you don't have to scroll through. So we're then going to hit apply. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. So I have my target market selected. And then when we go sort by, we're going to sort by newest. So what this is going to do, again, these have all been on market for 60 days, but we're going to go to the very bottom to try and find the properties that have been listed on market for the longest amount of time. So we're going to go all the way down to page 9, see if there's any additional pages we need to look at. No, so page 9 is good. Okay, so now that we have this up, you definitely can just start on the first one and start ripping offers. But typically, we will try and find properties that look like they need a little bit of love, like this one. So you can see right out the gate, first off, one of the good indicators of a property that like isn't listed well or isn't doing too hot are the quality of the photos. So like if we look at this one, for example, these photos are pretty well done, right? These definitely look like they're done by a professional. These photos definitely look pretty professional. You can see they did the staging and everything, so that looks great. This one up here, not so much. The camera's kind of angled. It's not very good. The lighting's bad. They didn't clean up the house at all for the photos, so there's still stuff on their kitchen tables. But so this would be a perfect example of one that you could go after. So you can see right here, it's been on market for 106 days. Sometimes you can go see if they've done a price drop. That isn't necessarily an indicator that it's one that you want to target, but you can see right here that it was listed back in February. I'm filming this video in October, and you can see it was listed, price change, removed, pending, relisted. So they've been trying to sell this puppy for a while. So that might indicate to you that they're potentially pretty motivated. So this is an ideal example of something that we internally would go after. So when we're doing this, we're going to run our numbers the exact same. Right now, as of the time of this recording, in our target markets, we are doing ARV. Let me pull this slide up. We're doing ARV times 0.78, unless it's a heavy rehab. If it's heavy, we'll go 7.5. We're doing times 0.78 minus repairs minus a wholesale fee. And then when we're calculating our rehab, we like to slightly overestimate rehab just in case we don't get much pushback from our buyers. But light, we do $25 per square foot. Medium, we do $35 per square foot. And heavy, we do $60 per square foot. Now, with those do not include like super big items. So if it's a light rehab, so floors and paint, and then the roof is 40 years old. Okay, so it's floors, paint, plus a roof. So it's a light rehab plus the cost of a roof. In the community, we do have a rehab calculator right here. So when I say calculator, so the link to join that is in the description below if you guys wanted to hop in. But this is how we are currently running our numbers in our target market. So this is one of our favorite lead generation sources at the moment. It's free. There's no overhead. If you're like looking into doing PPL or PPC, which is pay per lead or pay per click, which are both paid lead generation sources, those are amazing, super, super good for scaling. But let's say you're working a full-time job, or you're in school, or you can't be on the phone the second the lead comes in, which you need to do with that style leads. These ones, it's been sitting on market for months. You have the agent's contact information right here, so there's no question of a wrong phone number. You'll be able to call them, negotiate via text, negotiate via email, and be able to make offers like that. One thing, when you're making offers, obviously your offer is probably going to be substantially below list price, which is understandable. If you do come across listings and you see that the list price lines up with your numbers and it sounds like it could work, in our experience, what we've seen is if you are going to do on-market deals, you need to get a discount from the list price. It's very uncommon for a buyer to see that it's listed for $360 and the math checks out and the buyer should pay $370, that you get it locked up for $360 and try and sell for $370. It's very uncommon they'll accept that or that they'll like that. They want a discount. So a couple examples of deals that we're working right now. We have one that was listed for $300, contract signed at $200, and we're getting offers right now at $215 and $220. We had one that was listed for $550, contract signed at $400. One that's listed for $530, contract signed at $440. So we're getting pretty steep discounts, whether it's 20, 30, 40% off. You guys need to get those steep discounts so that you can then still charge your assignment fee. The numbers still work for a buyer and they're okay with it being on market. So this is one of our favorite lead generation sources right now. We are crushing this. We're loving this. And again, so we'll go look at those filters one more time. You guys can obviously go rewatch this video as many times as you'd like. But so we did a price cap right here. Home type, we put house. Time on Redfin, more than 60 days. Active only. We're excluding 55 plus communities. You can put keywords in. This example, I did not, but you definitely can. And we got rid of new construction. So if I were to do a keyword like TLC, that's going to drop me from 700 down to 6. So obviously those 6 are probably pretty good to target, but you don't want to only make 6 offers in your entire market and just hope one of them closes. We can also try motivated. Motivated gets us 33. So if we do the 6 plus 33, now we're at almost 40 homes, so 39 homes. With this, depending on your work schedule, our internal recommendation is aim for 5 to 10 offers every single day. It might sound like a lot, and maybe it is, but once you get rolling, once you get proficient with comps, when you're in the group, we do have our let me see. We do have our calculators. So the calculators do, like, you run comps, fill it in, it tells you your ARV, it tells you rehab, and it tells you what you need to offer. So it does the math for you, which makes life super easy. You can bust out more offers more efficiently. So again, if you guys want to hop in the group, that's in the description. So that's one of our favorite lead generation sources. You guys can literally open up redfin.com right now and start making offers. The second lead generation source is going to be Zillow Rentals. So we're going to go to Orlando again, because that's another spectacular market. And we're going to go to for rent. So for this one, what we're trying to find is we're trying to find properties that are listed for rent that are not renting. So we're going to deselect all and click houses. Underneath more, I want to make sure I don't have anything selected in here. So we'll go any, apply, perfect. Okay. So we have quite a handful. We're going to sort by newest again. So obviously this first one was listed for rent 24 minutes ago. That's not what we're trying to target. So we're going to scroll all the way to the very, very, very last page. Keep going, keep going, keep going, down to 10. Let's see how many more pages we got. With these guys, you can offer, obviously, you can do cash offers, but another thing that you really want to start including in these offers, especially if you're going after rental listings, is seller financing. Because odds are, if the owners list their house for rent, they want monthly income. They want the residual. They want the passive income. So if you guys can then present seller financing and make the numbers work so that they still pocket some cash flow every month, that's going to be great. Now, if there's a mortgage, math gets a little more complicated, but otherwise, doing free and clear is pretty simple math. So, all right, so it looks like we're getting towards the last page. Perfect. And this very bottom one, so this is in pristine condition. You can definitely go make a cash offer. What we'll do is we will simply click on it, and we want to look at days on market, contacts, and applications. So it's listed by a brokerage, 48 days on Zillow, so a month and a half, almost 2 months, 26 contacts, 0 applications. AKA, no one's saying I want to live here. So this is one you can either just call this agent right here, or you can take this address and put it into fastpeoplesearch.com, truepeoplesearch.com, or cyberbackgroundchecks.com. Get the person's phone number, call them and say, hey, I saw your rental listing available. Want to see if you'd entertain an offer on the property instead of renting it. Something else we want to look for, though, is we do want to try and find rentals that might look like they need a little bit of love, like this one. This is a perfect example. If this rental is still available at the time you're viewing this video, make an offer. But you can see right here, so the kitchen is super outdated, the paint color is outdated, the exterior might need a little bit of work. Again, it's listed by brokerage, 0 applications. That's exactly what we want. So for you guys, going between Redfin, 60 plus days listings, and then Zillow listings that have not gotten any traction, you should be more than able to make at least 10 offers every single day. Again, with these offers, you do need to run comps, you do need to do your math. And for us, if we're doing any major market in Florida, we're doing ARV times 0.78 at the time of this recording. So one of our recommendations in the community is build your buyers list first so you understand what buyers buy in your market. Because I can promise you, the way people run numbers in Miami versus Orlando versus Memphis, Tennessee versus Detroit, Michigan versus Bangor, Maine versus Chickasaw County, Iowa versus Los Angeles, the way flippers and investors run their numbers in those different markets are different. So our recommendation, go build your buyers list up to 50 at least legitimate buyers. You can do that on Zillow, just finding recently sold and recently flipped properties, giving the person who sold it a call and seeing if they're looking for more opportunities in the area. You can obviously find buyers in Facebook groups and Craigslist and stuff like that, but typically you're going to run into a lot of spam or scams or people trying to sell you a list from Fiverr. Those don't really seem super effective at all. So the plus side of finding buyers on Zillow, again, this is the free way. Finding buyers on Zillow is, you know for a fact, verifiably, they just did a flip. So if you find someone that just sold a house the past 30 days, they definitely flipped a house. So this is, I'll show you guys an example. So this is one right here over in Castleberry, Florida. So we can see this one was listed for or sold for $231,000 in April of 24. and then relisted for sale for $380,000 in July. So a 3-month turnaround time. You can see the before photo right here. Oops, I guess you can't. Well, you can see the before photo right there. Looks a little dingy, looks a little dark. And then this other photo, beautifully updated exterior. So that's definitely a flip. Then you get in touch with this person. You can either just call the real estate agent that listed the property, Lupita, or listing provider, sorry, Ben. You can do that. Or you can put the address into PropStream, which is my favorite. It's not free, but PropStream. If you need something that is free, you can do PropWire, or you can do the county assessor website. So as an example, like Pinellas County, what that will look like is this property appraiser website. You then just put the address in right here, and then I'll show you the transaction history. It shows you who purchased it, and you can skip trace them again on cyberbackgroundchecks.com or another one of the free skip tracing services. So as far as finding free infinite leads and how we have been able to lock up $300,000, this is what we've done. And key tip, key point, key thing you guys want to do. When you're making offers on these properties, if it's listed by a real estate agent, so this is listed by Joe Lewis, let them know what you're looking for. Let them know what types of house, what types of condition, what areas, how quickly you can close, how many houses you're looking to buy, etc. Because let's like zoom out for a second. If you get up to 10 offers a day and you do that for the next 60 days, that is 600 offers. There's obviously going to be some duplicate real estate agents that you talk to. So let's just say you talk to 500 different real estate agents and you let 500 real estate agents know what it is that you're looking for. That has the potential to then have those agents send you deals. And even if 1% send you one house a month, that's 5 houses a month from a real estate agent that meet your criteria. Currently, we have 3 under contract that were sent to us from real estate agents that we have built relationships with. The best part is it cost us $0 in marketing. We got first dibs and we were able to lock it up at a great price. So if you guys are looking for a great way to generate free leads with no cold calling, no skip tracing, no texting, no gray areas, no door knocking, no driving for dollars. If you guys want to do it from the comfort of your own home or wherever it is that you are located, you guys can do this too. You can get started on this today. And if you guys have questions on how to do this, be sure to drop them in the comment section below. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.